Let me see. What's up, everyone? How you doing? How you doing? We get started right on the dot here on time. We'll wait a couple seconds here and see if we get some more people to come in, and then I introduce myself. We'll get going. Meanwhile, if you could um, share the stream, if you can repost it to your social medias, tell another trading friend to come and hang out with us. I would greatly appreciate it. Hello, hello. All right. Seth, what's up? J Rob, good. What's up? All right, guys. We'll go ahead and get started here with us here right now. Um, do you guys have your trading journals? If you have your trading journals, send them to me in the DM. Um, I like the YouTube link better. What do you mean the YouTube link? You guys could hear me well and everything, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit what we talked about here last week. Just give me a second. Um, okay, so last week we had this move down, and I'll have to put in. Ooh, what the heck is those doing there? We had this move down, and I'm gonna put this on the spy actually. So the spy here to 392. So 392, I guess the bottom, yeah, 392.50 or so. The thing I didn't see, and I don't trade with the big EMAs, is that the weekly, I believe the weekly 200 was down here around in this area. We could come and put it in and see what exactly it was. Oops, EMA. Still the wrong one. Moving average exponential right here. So then we'll do this for 200. All right, so here is the line right here. So this is our 200-day moving average on the weekly chart, or actually the daily chart, excuse me. So this is where we are. Yeah, this is already the second day, so it's actually on the weekly. Dude, why did it not come over here? Anyways, that's what it was. We did go ahead and push up off of that here, guys. We Our little rule of thumb that we have in the community is that when you have two really strong days, usually the third day we have is an inside day, a little bit of a pullback day, inside day, and then we could continue to go. So usually we don't have three back-to-back really big days the way that we've had here. So far on the features, since they've opened like an hour and a half ago, they are gap down as of right now. So we're already kind of rotating back down here to allow some shorts to go ahead and cover and get rid of some of the supply that we have up here. So I would like to see on the bigger time frame for us to come and make a move back down to 400, kind of like our crossover play. So we broke out, come back and revalidate 400 as support now, and then if we're going to stay bullish, continue to go ahead and stay bullish and continue to move up. So at that point, that is what we're looking at. As far as the economic calendar, we have a lot going on this week. You guys can take a look. Oh, I gotta change this here. 1 second. Here we go. All right. So our economic calendar for this week. Monday we have durables, and then so Pal testifies here, or Pal is on the mic here on Tuesday. So a little bit more Pal stuff here on Tuesday, and then we have inventories here, some wholesale inventories, things like that. Wednesday we have a lot going on as well. So we'll see if we get some pretty nice volatility out of all these things that are the economic events that we have here for this week. But tomorrow we don't have all too much. We have a little bit, but not too much. So, like I said, I think we're gonna have just like a rest day on Monday, and then I would like to see us kind of rotate back down to the 400, prove that we're gonna hold, and then continue going further up. So, um, that's the likely scenario that I kind of see. 405 is also, so this 405 was where we had a lot of like balance in the past as well. So you could see um, where this acted as support 405. So it is going to act as a little bit of resistance for us here at this point as well. All right. Um, from the Zoom, I like the YouTube link from the Zoom. You like using YouTube better than Zoom? Is that what you mean? I think I like it better. The only thing is when we're doing it live and we're trading live, there's a little bit of latency in it. And that's the only thing that really sucks, dude. I wish it was a little bit more real time, but there's nothing we could really do about that. So that's kind of like what we're looking at there as far as what happened last week and going into like right now. The other part is that what was I gonna say? Totally just went blank. But we'll watch these features here overnight and then in the pre-market and see how we're headed out. So 30.25 or so, it would be the pullback point, or excuse me, 40.25. So it would be the pullback point that we would want to go ahead and see, and then for us to be able to make a decision which way we're going to go from there from that point. I did take a look at a couple of the sectors for right now. So there's so someone had said XOM was going to be really strong this week, and I was taking a look. So ExxonMobil, the energy tickers, looking pretty good. So I do have eyes on those, and then so like XLE is the actual energy ETF, and you can see how it's ramped up here. It does have a little bit more of a gap in order for it to move up. And then there was a ticker last week. I think it's which one was it? I don't remember. We were talking about it, and then it got to 78, and then we could see like 80. Oh, I think it was just oil. So yeah, so it was just oil. So just crude light oil here had a really nice last week here from 72 up to 74, and then you could see where we have this balance right here, this compression where it could break out of and potentially move a lot more aggressively to the upside. So that is something that I'm looking at here as well for this week. As far as tickers, I kind of went through and just did a quick little search on like FinViz and stuff for horizontal support and resistance, and Snapchat was one of them that I come up with. I'm not really a big Snapchat fan, but always the chance with these smaller tickers that the Wall Street Bets crowd kind of comes in and does a number on these. It's at 1065 right now. You can see I set on alert to see when we start breaking out here. And then, so the first little point that we'd want it to get to is about this 14. And then if we break out of 14, then the top of this would be 21 in order for it to get to as well. So that's something that I'm looking at. Is kind of like the, so everyone kind of laughed at me when I called out BYND when it was going sideways right here, right? So if I can't move the chart over anyways, but it looks something like more like this. So I said we would fill in this gap area, and we pretty much did. So we got to 23 right here with the earnings, and 20 without the earnings. So it did what I wanted it to off of like 14 or so. So there wasn't any really too many more on the Finviz that I was looking at. But so there's Twilio. I think this one had really good earnings. This one could go ahead and break it. It's trying to get to this mean right here, this big volume area for it to break upside. And oh, dude, I just exited out of it. And I so give me a second. Do you guys have your tickers or the ones that you're looking at for this week, or like I said, your journal? What are your guys' questions? Hmm. So CCL was another one. So one of the guys in our chat, I think, has been playing CCL quite a bit. So it did break up, and then it came back and retested the 10. And so we're trying to see if this will break and continue moving to the upside. Excuse me. Um, I don't see any other ones or anything. Looking at Zila on the daily has high. What's up, Sam? I was looking. Um, Zila on the daily has high relative volume, something like that. Ticker was so cheap. Do you ever play those options, or the spread too big? I don't know. So like on something like that, because they're not. So I know that it's. Or no, not Zila. So there is no, dude. I don't even think that this has options. I would be surprised that this has options. It does, dude. I cannot believe that. That is crazy. Um, I can't even see what the spread is or anything on this, but uh, I no, dude. I don't even play anything sub $1. So um, it just does not make sense. There's way better things that we could be playing and putting our risk on for to make more money. I'm not going to pay something that is 4 cents. It just does not make sense, dude. Um, so I apologize about that, but that's just kind of my rule, dude. Once you start getting under $1, so I don't know if you guys know this, that in order for you to stay listed on the Nasdaq exchange, you have to keep your price over $1. I think it's for the last quarter, 2 quarters, or 90 days, or something like that. So I don't remember the exact time frame, but you have to keep your stock price above $1. And so that's why you'll see like a lot of the crappy companies, a lot of like the biopharm companies, they'll actually do reverse splits whenever they get under $1. So then they could put the price back over $1, and then they don't have to delist. So that's how scammy and just stupid those ones are. So usually, whenever you get to the point when things are under $1 like that, all the companies that are under that, like if they were a good company, they would be over that. If is kind of the general thing I think of. So you've run into a lot more risk of scam companies and fraud stuff and everything if you play the tickers under $1. And I understand that there's like OTCs, people play OTCs and stuff like that. On the last spike high, like this and this, they updated Thinkorswim over this weekend. We'll see how it works tomorrow, but they did update a couple things, and it looks like the way that they made this to move the charts around and stuff, it's almost like trading view now, and I don't really like it. So so that's pretty funny. So I actually asked on Twitter, dude, for you guys that are interested here, I asked on Twitter what they thought the minimum win rate was that you needed in order for you to be successful at trading, and I'll show you guys the results here. Give me a second. So I believe that the results were so between 50 and 80%. So this is what I put. In your opinion, what is the minimum win rate needed to be profitable, be a profitable trader. So I put over 80%, 50 to 80%, 30 to 39, 30%. So the we got like 23 votes. So like the sample size is not that big, but for this to win, the 50 to 80% is just is crazy. So I actually was talking to a really good friend of mine because I'll go ahead and name drop him. So Ricky Analog, who is a kind of an infamous trader on FinTwit and stuff, and he was talking about that he has like a 40 to 43% win rate, and he made over seven figures last year. So I only have a 48% win rate currently. So um, you don't need to win all the time in order for you to make money in this and be consistently making big money. So also, if you guys know who Kwamagi is, I think he has a really low win rate as well. I'm thinking like it's in the 30s. I think his is more is low, even lower than ours. So that's something that to think about whenever you're taking your trades, and you're not wanting to stop out or take a loss on your trades. Um, just stop out. Like if you that was something I was talking about the other day, is that if you were to stop out, right, and you don't have if you were to stop out and you don't and you have kind of like the week that we had at the beginning of this last week and the week before, where things were really choppy and really slow, all you need is like a Thursday and Friday like we had in order for you to offset any type of losses that you had. So you could lose almost every day, and then as long as you played your system and you played it right within the movements that we had on Thursday and Friday, it would offset all the losses that you would have like by a lot, and you'd be really profitable off it. So so that is something to think about, is that shoot, just take the loss, move on to the next trade, and it's just a numbers game. Like eventually you're going to get dealt a blackjack, or be get dealt double double aces, and you're going to be able to get a blackjack and offset those losses. It's just playing the numbers, but you can't hold on to your losers expecting to and hoping the market turns on you, because then you're taking a bigger loss, and then you're working from behind. So I actually have a little chart somewhere in here that I keep pretty handy. Oh, here it is. So the probability of X consecutive trades losing within a 100 trade sequence. So if your win rate is 40%, which about mine is, and within so the probability of losing 10 trades in a 100 trade sequence at a 40% is a 42% likelihood that happens. So almost half, right? So you could almost have half the time where you take 10 trades in a row and you take nothing but a loss, and you still be consecutive, still be profitable. So, and then within this white range right here, this is like your, I'm going to say golden zone, where everything else is actually yellow, but this is your profitable range. So in order for you to, so if you have a win rate of 95%, you would have one losing trade or whatever, 1% that you're able to go and do. And then this is where you're able to go ahead and be actually profitable and be able to trade with it. So dude, yeah, just take the losses, bro. Like it just stop out and move on to the next thing. I am actually working really hard on moving on to futures. So I think a big part of the whole options thing is that when it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it sucks, because all the theta and premium gets sucked out of it. So yeah, so that's I'm gonna switch over to the futures and then try it for myself and see what works a little bit better for me, and see. I think it will be better, because you could actually place a physical stop loss, and then you're not working with a theta and gamma that's trying to screw you over or what have you. Here we go. Remember when SLVO didn't something like that? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. What was the conclusion of the poll? Yep, we don't know that. AI is the other ticker. So a lot of people looking at this ticker. This is actual AI, right? So what's I haven't played this at all, but I know a lot of people were looking at this. It's an actual AI, but dude, this flag right here, and then they had earnings and it goes up. This is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. So let's do this. So the next target would be about 50. So if it's able to break out of where it's at right now, so about 30. Yeah, so if it breaks out of where it's at right here, that's basically the support in this area. So if we zoom in a little bit, um, the support from this area right here, and it's and so for the so for it to break up over this 30 and then so yeah, it would be pretty good for that run right there. Um um is there does anyone want to share any of more of anything that you guys went through or problems that you're having with your trading that you want to go over or anything for this week? That's pretty much my plan here for the at least the beginning part of the week. I'm gonna try to do like a midweek review as well, so a midweek kind of checkpoint every day every week as well on Wednesday, and then you'll be able to come in. We'll kind of go over what our game plan was from Sunday till Wednesday, and then we'll make kind of our end of week wrap up to make sure that we finish strong for the week and stuff. But for so far for the beginning of the week, like I said, I would love for us to kind of have an inside day come back, which sucks. Like I would rather have big volatility and movement, but that's kind of like where we're at right now. So um any questions or anything, like I said, you want me to help you out with or work on? So here's all the Finviz the things that we're looking at. I don't see anything really that um that catches my eye off the bat or anything. Oh, there we go. There's the filter. So if we do market cap, let's do at least mid. There we go. FSR. Oh, wait. No, I'm thinking of FSLR. FSR is Fisker, right? So it's the auto manufacturer. Yeah. Well, I had made some money on this back in when it was making all these big moves. Yeah, this one. So over 760 or so, we have this volume gap. It could get towards 10. So that would be something to look at. Why do you have to have margin for futures? Because so the way that it's the actual contract that you're trading. You're not trading like the derivative. So if you're trading contract futures, I think that's a little bit different. Don't quote me. I'm not going to pretend like I'm the expert on all this. But the way that I see it is that you're actually trading the future. So it'd be like you actually trading the SPY shares, right? So if you're trading futures, you're actually trading the actual future contract. So if that's the case, then you would need the margin then in order for you to be able to go ahead and offset like the loss in it going up and down in the fluctuations or whatever. What platform do you trade futures on? So right now I have IBKR. I've looked at TradeStation. They're having a sale right now. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't think I'm gonna take on any new affiliations or anything like that. So but TradeStation and Ninja Trader seem to be the favorites. So TradeStation right now is having like a thing. Ooh, not TraderSync. TradeStation is having a thing right now where promotions. So the margin rates are like half or something like that right now. Here we go. So it's go back to get reduced intraday margin rates by U.S. equity index futures, full size crude, 30-year Treasury bond, 10-year Treasury note, and full size gold and silver futures. So from what I understand, it means that the margin rates are a lot less actually trading these. So like if you're trading the E mini, so you'd probably be trading the micro, actually the MES. So you only need $292 worth of intraday margin available to be able to take the trade. So you need and then it costs $50 for you to actually take the trade. So but the actual margin that you need to have in the account is $292, I believe, is the way that it is. And so these are reduced rates. You have to I believe as part of this, you have to have like a stop loss in at all times, and then they will auto liquidate you if we get towards the overnight session. So at 3:45 Eastern, you have to be out of the trade unless you meet the overnight margin requirements. So for like micro ES right here, you'd have to have 1100 or what have you. So that's pretty cool. So with this, the reduced margin rates and stuff here for the TradeStation is cool. And then Ninja Trader, again, I'm not affiliated with any of these guys. These are just some of the guys in our group do work with these, and they're already trading futures, and this is what they use. So if you come in here, you come in and so it says trade futures with the industry leader. Ninja provides affordable access to futures markets for both new and active traders. Trade futures with $50 day margins and low commissions. So basically, each contract would be $50 or what have you. Each entry would be $50 in order for you to take a trade of like micro ES or whatever, so MES. But yeah, I don't know as far as everything else like customer service and those things how it's going to be, but my current broker who I'm with, they kind of just white label and middleman. So I'm gonna take my money out of there, and then I will have my options account with IBKR, and then I will have the features account as well here. So, and the cool thing about this is that with the purple candles that I'm working on, they work off of webhooks. And so whenever I get my purple candles fully dialed in, they will be able to via webhook, they will be able to send where is it? So when you right here, right here. So you could send it, you could connect any type of webhook. Right now I have our Discord stuff in here, but you could actually send this to your broker, and then your broker would actually execute your trades based off of your algo on TradingView. So like for me right here, I have the algo working for me. So like right here, it actually just took a trade. So we'll see if it starts pumping up here and starts doing well. But yeah, so that's kind of the other reason that I like that is that IBKR and TradeStation are really, really good about sharing their APIs and sharing the webhooks and the documentation that you need to be able to code to automate things. And TD Ameritrade is not giving their API right now. That since they're switching everything to Schwab, they're not allowing you to use their API. So, and it sucks because I have everything. I have this all changed here. They updated it. So I have my my watch list, right? So my different watch lists here, like my purple candles and stuff like that. So I have my watch list and everything here, and then these could send alerts and everything as well, and I could connect them via webhook, but they're not allowing you to do that right now. So I told them, screw them. I'm going to go ahead and just move away from them. So very long-winded answer. Futures account, I would the lowest margin rates that I've seen are either Ninja Trader or TradeStation. So I did also look at just converting my IBKR account over to futures, and the margin rates are a lot more. So I also looked at TD Ameritrade, which would be easier for me to show you guys trades and stuff, and their margin rates are crazy. So I'll trade the futures the other way. Cool. Any other questions? I'm excited for this kind of. I'm a little anxious. Like with anything new, right? That's why I'm kind of letting the algo do its thing on its own with the features. But I will be trading discretionarily on the features slow at first, and making sure I got the hang of it. But I'm really excited to be able to set stop losses and allow winners to just go wild, because with the zero DTEs, it doesn't matter. So there was, I think it was like I don't remember I think it was on the SPXs. Even though they were up so much on Friday, they weren't going around that much because it was just so slow of a move up. So, but with the features, I mean, it's $5 per point no matter what. So I could just set a stop loss, and then once I automate everything, it'll be a percentage, and it'll be a trailing stop loss, and then it'll be really nice where I could just leave the trade and I don't have to manage it. I could come back later. No. So, well, we'll see. I still like trading the options. It's just, especially for the chop days when we get like slow grindy moves up, right? Because there are times where we get something like this, right? So we have this compression right here. This looks really nice, and this is a 3-minute chart. I don't know why it's like that. So, oops, I just changed my thing. I don't think I needed that. Well, we have this compression, right? The sideways action, and we know that we have a really big support. But by the time, if you take a trade over here, right? By the time it gets over here to break out, and you're trading the options, you're up a little bit, right? So say you took it right here and you're up a little bit, you're still down on the trade because of the theta. So I want to trade the features for this, where you could allow it to go sideways as much as you want, because you're pretty dang confident that it's going to break to the upside. If not, cool, we'll go ahead and take the stop loss to the downside, right? But it allows you to go ahead and play the chop without you getting the theta and being able to actually make the money. So whenever I do see that there's momentum in the market and that I could capitalize on that, that's why I'm going to also have the IBKR to be able to trade the options like that. And then I'm also using one of my accounts to make so more like paycheck type strategy moves. So selling some premium whenever we do have chop days and stuff like that. So that was a good question. Rosie is new and she's listening. Oh, cool. Any other questions? It's cool because then I could get pretty exotic on how I manage my trades or whatever, right? So like if I want to keep something overnight, like kind of like for the example that we have right here, where I mean we closed really strong and at highs on Thursday, right? So that's one of my rules in order to swing something, is if you want to go upside, it has to close at highs. And so then at that point, I could actually go ahead and buy some puts against my position that I have right here, and then let it go overnight, and then go ahead and sell the put for a little bit of loss, let it go ahead and keep on going. So and it's really cool, like, because for example, to name drop again, Sam Keller in our community, he's actually traded MES, so the micro futures, the micro ES, with only $100 in the account, so $50 to be able to enter. Yeah, so the purple candles are my algo. So the algo that I created. So I'm trying to fully automate them. At first, they were just a trigger. So they were entry trigger. And then now I've made it to where they'll tell you where to get in. So once they turn purple, and then once they changes to the next color, it tells you to go ahead and get out. So in, out. Those aren't obviously the best examples, but then you have like on Friday where you get these moves right here. And then something like this. So the algo that I'm making to be automate my trading, so I could semi-retire and not have to take anything. And so like this thing, so on TradingView right here, it's live trading ES right now. So like I said, it just took a trade at this moment. And if you come and you take a look right here, so since so it's back testing, but it's taking the live trades, but from the time that it's back tested, you can see the P&L curve right here for it. So it's made 70,000 on this, 71,000, yeah. So 7%, and since October. So so the max drawdown on this, it takes five contracts. Max drawdown was 22,000, I think, on a big drop on some type of news, and it's 36% profitable. So again, with the whole, you don't need to hit an 80% win rate to be successful. So this algo is only 36% right now, and it's very, very rough. So that I already see things that I could go ahead and refine, and my goal is to get this towards 50 to maybe even 60%. So if we could get 50, it would be really good. It would cut down on a lot of the trades that it takes, and it would take a lot more winners. But as of right now, even like in the drawdown that the market has, it's still printing new highs right here. So and you can see the list of trades of wins and losses. So like right now, it's down $63 right now. Cool. Anything else, guys? All right, guys. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. We will see you bright and early. I may be on YouTube. We'll see how we're feeling. I think it's fun to go ahead and trade on YouTube, have everyone available. But we'll see. If I do, I will be putting it on Twitter. I'll be posting the link if you want to come and hang out and trade live with us. But again, I appreciate you coming. That's kind of my game plan for this weekend, or for the start of the week, I should say, is to drop down here, and then from this point, then see if we can find a bid somewhere down in this area, and then continue going. But I don't expect too much maybe tomorrow, and then with Pal being on the mic on Tuesday, we may have a little bit more volatility then at that point. So that's my plan. We'll also go ahead and measure how the open interest comes in and everything like that. So appreciate it, guys. If you guys could take a little bit here to like the stream, go follow me on Twitter at New Age Wall Street, just SC for street on there, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, see you guys.